Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I Surbhi Goyal and legal intern at Lex Lake. Today's case is on special contract. The entire deed must be considered to decide the existence of partnership. So the case name is KD Kamal and Company versus CIT. 1971. Okay, in this case, what happened that the appellant was a firm consisting of six partners, and the partnership was constituted under the document dated March 20, 1959. The business of a partnership, as recited in the deed, is stated to have carried on in partnership from October 1st, 1958. The partnership was registered under the Partnership Act 1932 on or about August 11, 1959 for the assessment year 1959 to 60, corresponding to the previous year ending March 31st, 1959. The parent filed an application to the ITO under Section 26A for registration of the partnership in the name of KD Kamath and Company. The ITO declined the grant registration on the ground that there was no company. There was no genuine partnership brought into existence by the dated of March 20, 1959, and uh, that the claim of the firm having been constituted was not genuine. The ITO, sum and substance of his findings was that there was no relationship of partners inter se created under the said document. The department did not challenging the genuineness of the document. On appeal of the SSE, the ASC confirmed the order of ITO. The appellant tribunal came to the conclusion that the two essential requirements as laid down by the courts for determining whether there was a partnership, namely an agreement between the parties to share profits and each of the parties acting as agent of all, were fully satisfied in this case. The tribunal held that the partnership deed made it clear that profits and losses were to be shared between the parties, and that subject to the overriding authority of KD Kamath, the other partners could act for the firm. So, in this view, the appellate tribunal held that the deed did create a relationship of partners in an inter se in between the parties, and decided that ITO to register the firm under Section 26A of the Income Tax Act. The CIT made an application under Section 66(1) of the Income Tax Act, praying a reference being made to the appellate tribunal to the High Court of the question of law mentioned in the application. The tribunal referred to the High Court for its opinion for the following question of law. Whether the question of law was whether on the fact and in the circumstances of the case, KT Kamath and Company could be granted registration under Section 26A of the assessment year 1959 or 60. So the High Court answered the question against the SSC. The partnership deed is instrument of partnership. Articles of agreement made at Hubli this 20th day of March 1959 among Sri Krishna Rao Dadasip Kamath, hereafter called the party hereto of the first part. Second, Sri Narayan Ganesh Kamath, hereafter called the party hereto of the second part. Third, Sri Padrao Damodara Kamath, hereafter called the party hereto of the third part. Fourth, Sri Dayanba Jyotiram Mohite, hereafter called the party hereto of the fourth part. Shri Shankar Govind Joshi, hereinafter called the party heir to the fifth party, and Shri Yeshwanath Bhavu Kate, hereinafter called the party of the sixth part. All Hindu inhabitants residing at Hubli and various the party from the two of six who have been serving with party number one since a day. Since a very long time, and in the view of the appreciation and with the object that the above party should also have their material in the past and the object and the economical progress, party number one, that is Sri K.D. Kamath, has been pleased to convert his sole proprietary concern as a partnership concern by admitting the above the main financing and managing partner, and the business of the partnership is agreed and is being carried on accordingly. So, in partnership, as from the first day of October 1958, as contractors or any other business that the parties may think fit under the name and style of Mrs. K.D. Kamath and Company, Engineers and Contractors, Hubli, and it is hereby agreed by and among the parties to this agreement as under. Second was that the business of the partnership is running under the name and style of Mrs. K.D. Kamath and Company. So, engineer contractors, Hubli, as from the first day of the October 1958, and this agreement shall take retrospective effect and shall be deemed to have come into operation as from the commencement of October 1, 1958. So, the duration of the partnership shall be at will. Okay, so that the business of the partnership running at Hubli and shall run at Hubli or at such other place or places as the case may be under the name of style of Mrs. K.D. Kamath and Company, Engineers and Contractors. So that the final accounts of the partnership firm shall be made up on the last day of each year on account. That the goodwill of the firm shall be wholly and solely belong to party number one, that is Sri K.D. Kamath. So that each partner shall withdraw such sums as will be mutually determined by the partners from time to time in anticipate of profit falling to their individual share, and in case of loss the same shall be made good by the partners, thus subject to the provision herein mentioned and laid down and made thoroughly known by each of the parties to this agreement, and with sound mind and body the firm's affairs be carried on for mutual gain and benefit, and if any questions which may arise occur touching to the conduct or management or liability of the firm, the same shall be amicably settled among the parties with the consent of the principal partner, whose decision in the matter shall be final and binding for all the partners. So that was all about today. So please subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much.